Why Nike does not pay any, or close to none, taxes in other countries. Taxes often take a toll on multinational companies. More business means more taxes. These taxes are compulsory, and they are to be paid for successful and smooth operations. Have you ever wondered how some of the very noticeable and well-known companies are able to dodge the taxes? Not just within their own country, but overseas as well. If you really think about this, it is impressive, isn't it? Welcome to Easy Economy, a channel where we discuss policies, countries, and decisions on objective topics. In this video, we will be going over how Nike manages to dodge the taxes in most of the countries it conducts its business. By the end of this video, you will have some tricks up your sleeves if you want to avoid some taxes in the future. So before further ado, let's dive right into the video. Nike is the world's leading company of sportswear and shoes. Quite strikingly, it has managed to reduce its foreign tax rates. Surprisingly, the company has doubled its profits and reduced its taxes. In the year 2017, Nike had a lower tax bill than it did in 2011, even though their profits had doubled to $4.2 billion. While the tax rate was 24.1% in 2011, it cut down to only 13.2% in 2017. You might be wondering, what is the secret behind this decrease in taxes? That's exactly what we are going to explore now. Nike's global tax strategy. In order to fully understand Nike's approach to avoid heavy taxes, we need to start with the basics. According to Nike's website, their global tax strategy reads: Nike's tax strategy is to minimize shareholder value in a socially responsible manner by paying all required taxes in jurisdictions in which we operate. They have underlined 5 principles that enable them to align with the commitments to the shareholders along with tax authorities. These 5 principles are: 1. Be responsible. 2. Be accountable. 3. Manage risk. 4. Rigorously comply. 5. Maintain cooperative relationships. Paradise Papers. While Nike has explained their tax strategy in simple terms, the documents in Paradise Papers have helped us piece together the schemes that Nike has put together to avoid taxes. These include some gray areas, loopholes, tax havens, even zero tax rates, movement of money, and royalties. Let's go over these to understand their extraordinary tax model. The major way Nike pays less tax is by charging themselves for intellectual property. Minimum profit accounting. The money and profits from the shoe sales and merchandise from Europe, Middle Eastern countries, and Africa all land into Nike's European headquarters situated in the Netherlands. The amount of tax is then calculated by its reported net profits. Keeping this in mind, a secondary of the company charges the Dutch headquarters for the intellectual property rights, which reduces the taxable profits. This is known as the minimum profit accounting. Let's go over this process in great detail. First of all, Nike's shoes are made in countries like Indonesia and Vietnam, and they are shipped to the company's warehouse located in Belgium. This is the Lockdown Logistics Hub, which is a storeroom on a massive scale. The shops get shoes from this hub whenever they need them. Once the shoes reach the shops in, let's say, London, people buy those shoes, and according to our understanding, the cash will go to the Nike's British subsidiary, which is Nike UK Limited. However, this is not the case. Instead of the cash going to Nike UK Limited, it flows out of the UK to the Netherlands. In Netherlands, 2 subsidiary companies take care of Nike's Dutch operations. These companies pay some tax on approximately $6 billion of profits that flows in from Europe, Africa, and Middle East. This tax is significantly lower than what it would have been if the revenue had gone to Nike UK Limited. Nike International Limited. In the recent years, Nike's tax decreased even more. This shift was because Nike shifted its money from Netherlands to Bermuda. Bermuda is an offshore tax haven with zero tax. This cash flow is managed under the Bermudan subsidiary named Nike International Limited. This company has the Nike's intellectual property rights for the sneaker brands, which are the best sellers. Nike does have some clever lawyers. Well, the process doesn't end here. There is more. The next question arises: how does Nike legally shift its profits from Europe to Nike International Limited? This approach is the best and a very smart one indeed, so pay attention and watch this video until the end to fully understand it. The Nike's Bermudan subsidiary doesn't have any major staff or offices in Bermuda, but it still charges huge trademark royalty fees every year to Nike's European headquarters for selling its sneakers. In the form of this huge fee, Nike legally transfers its profits from Europe to the Nike International Limited located in Bermuda, which is an offshore tax haven. This is how Nike charges itself for the intellectual property. A new model, Nike Innovate CV. The previously explained process lasted until 2014. The deal with Netherlands over the Bermudan subsidiary was expiring, so Nike had to devise a new plan, and they did. Again, with the help of Dutch authorities, Nike shifted its intellectual property from the Bermudan Nike International Limited to a new subsidiary, Nike Innovate CV. This subsidiary is actually not based anywhere at all. Have you ever noticed the CV written? It is actually the CV model that helps Nike to dodge taxes in the Netherlands and as well as in other countries. So this means that through the Nike Innovate CV, Nike doesn't come under the Dutch tax authorities, and neither the United States authority. Even though Nike is a US registered company, but the Nike Innovate doesn't have its placement anywhere around the world. Nike's statement over the tax arrangements. Now all these clever moves started to become suspicious, and Nike was even questioned about these. Nike responded to these arrangements by saying, Nike fully complies with tax regulations, and we rigorously ensure our tax filings are fully aligned with how we run our business, the investments we make, and the jobs we create. Nike's European headquarters has been based in the Netherlands since 1999. It employs more than 2,500 people who oversee Nike operations in over 75 countries. Similar to Nike, many other multinational companies have been using this Dutch CV model. In trade, this model is known as reverse hybrid mismatch. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development is working towards banning this CV model. The European Union's doubts. The European Union has been clever enough to point out the tax strategy used by Nike. They opened their investigation into two Nike's Netherlands companies, and in a statement they revealed, the Netherlands may have granted a selective advantage to the Nike Group by allowing it to pay less tax than other standalone or group companies whose transactions are priced in accordance with market terms. If confirmed, this would amount to illegal state aid. Nike's response. Nike was quick to respond and claimed that it pays the tax wherever it's due. The company released a statement that read, tax laws regularly change and impact tax rates, including in 2018 when the adoption of U.S. tax reform resulted in Nike's ETR being 55.3%. Beginning in 2018, there was a change in an accounting standard which also had the effect of reducing our tax rate by 5.3%. They further added, Nike has paid corporate income tax on all its global earnings and pays significant other taxes including duties, tariffs, property taxes, sales tax, and payroll taxes in markets where it operates around the world. Nike has to find a new way in 2021. To sum up, Nike has taken help establishing subsidiaries in Netherlands to manage the cash flow and avoid taxes. Nike has been enjoying the tax reduction for years now, but seems like the years of glory are finally coming to an end. According to the European Union's Anti-Tax Avoidance Directive, Nike has to find a new approach in 2021, as the previous methods might not work anymore. Either Nike will come up with a new clever strategy, or its taxes will significantly increase this year. Let's acknowledge that Nike's tax strategies were quite amazing. What do you people think how Nike should operate in the future? Since Nike is being questioned about their tax strategies, do you think the taxes will increase in the near future? I would love to read your take on this. Make sure to type your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more economy-related videos and turn on the notifications so you never miss out on any video. I will be back again with another interesting topic soon. Until next time, take care and stay tuned.